Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to create lasers in Unreal Engine. So with that being said, let's get started. Firstly, we need to import our laser model. So I'm going to import the model. And it's very important that when you save or you export your model that you note down the length of your laser. Now the length of my laser is 100 centimeters. When you're creating your own laser, you probably want to make this much shorter, perhaps maybe just a few centimeters. But for the purpose of the tutorial, I've set this to be 100 as it makes it nice and visual. Now let's create the blueprint and we'll deal with the materials and things like that later. So create an actor and I'll call this BP underscore laser and we're going to open this up. Now we need to add a few different things in here. Firstly, we need to add our laser model. So I'm going to click and drag this in and we're going to make the model the root of the scene. We also need to add an arrow. So an arrow is going to be used to determine the direction in which the laser will be shot from. And we also need to set up two variables. Number one is going to be the length of the laser. So how far will it stretch? So we're going to call this laser length. And we need to set this to be a float. And we also need to create a second variable. And this is going to be called mesh length. This is going to be used to determine the stretchiness or how far the model will stretch when creating the laser beam. So for the laser length, we need to set an initial value. I'm going to choose about 1,000. That seems to be pretty good. And now we're going to jump over to the event graph. Now in the event graph, we need to click and drag from the event tick, and we're going to choose line trace. So we're going to choose a line trace by channel. And what this does is every time or on every tick, so every frame that's being drawn, we're going to create a line. And the line has a starting point and an end point. The starting point for us is going to be the arrow. So we're going to get the arrow. And what we want to do is we want to get its location within the world. To do that, we simply click and drag from the output pin, and we're going to type get world location. For the world location, we can simply click and drag this into the starting point. And then what we need to now determine is the distance that the beam travels, so the end point. For us to do that, all we need to do is click and drag from the arrow. We're going to choose an option that is called get forward vector. So the get forward vector determines the direction in which it's facing. From here, we need to multiply. So we're going to multiply it by the laser length. So the initial value was set to 1,000. All we're going to do is hold the Control and the 8 key to bring up the multiply, and we're going to connect them together. Finally, we can add these two values together by pressing the plus key. Connect these up and plug this into the end. If we were to change this to persistent, which means that we can see this in the game persistently, then when we place this into the game, we can see the trace. So let's click and drag, and I'm going to rotate this around so it's facing this wall. And as I play the game, you should see that we have a line that starts here and then ends all the way over here. So as I turn around, we can see that there's this red line and it's hitting this wall. So the next thing we want to do is we want to stretch the mesh to fit the distance of this line. In order to do that, we're going to open up the blueprint again, and we want to break the hit result. So from the out pin, all we got to do is use a node called break hit result. And we want to have a branch, and the branch is going to set up the ability, or essentially give us an if-else statement. So if it hits something, do one thing, and if not, do something else. We want to set the condition for the branch to be the part of the hit result, so the blocking hit. And now let's set up what happens when it hits. So what do we want to do? What we want to do is we want to get this mesh length and we want to set it. So let's set the mesh length and we want to set it to be the distance from the hit. So that's pretty simple. From here, we need to divide this by the length of our mesh. This is why I said at the beginning, you need to note down the length of your mesh when you create it. So we're going to choose divide, and my mesh was 100 centimeters. And then finally, all we're going to do from here is add a node that's called set world scale. So set world scale. And we can see here we have set world scale laser beam. This is what we want. And we need to then break the pins here. So we can break them by right clicking and choosing split pins. And we want to plug this value into the direction in which it's going to be scaled. In our case, it's going to be scaled along the X. And we need to set the Y and Z value to be 1. So it has the Y and Z scale of 1. Finally, we take this, and this node. We can copy it and simply paste it. All we're going to do here is plug this into the false, and we need to plug in into this one the laser length. So we take the laser length and plug this in over here, and that should be it. We also need to make sure that this is connected like so. And now when we play the game, we should see that the mesh now stretches along the path of the trace. So here we can see that it's now stretching. And to demonstrate this a little better, if I were to copy this a few times, so a little higher, and maybe one that's a little lower, we can see we have alternating lengths. Great, so all we have to do now is set up the basic material. We can simply rename this M_laser. We can delete these. I'm going to press the 3 key to bring up a color swatch. So here we're going to set the default color to be red. I'm going to multiply this by a scalar value. I'm going to call this brightness. Set the initial value to be 100. We can plug this into the emissive value, like so. I'm also going to convert this to a parameter and call this color. Press save. And now when I press play, we should have these cool looking lasers. So with that being said, that's how we can set up lasers. From here, we can look at setting up collisions with the player or how to make these lasers bounce. If you would like to see that in the next video, please let me know in the comments below. Until then, I thank you for watching and bye bye.